Edition of the No1 Podcast. I am your host, Coach Jake. Hope you guys are doing good. It is, man, hard to believe. It is almost the end of quarter one for 2024. Just crazy that how fast this time's going. What's up, Habanero? What's up, @1 H Janine 12? Happy to see you. Habanero, I'm the first one here. You are, dude. We're waiting for everybody to jump in. I just literally got on. Want to talk today about wrestling and about business, about struggle. I'd love to hear you guys' story. What's up, Coda Bear, Joendi, Revlock? What's up, bro? What's up, Luis? Happy to see you, dude. NASR, what's up? Hi, dude. Happy to see all you guys. Crazy things afoot. What's up, Kyle Kelly? We got Ireland in the house. What's up, Noah? Happy to see all you guys. So curious, recap a couple of things in the news. How many people here watched the NCAA wrestling championships? What's up, Tanner? Happy to see you, dude. Anybody watch that? Throw me a number one in the chat. Luis Arriaga, stand on business. I don't know what that means. Aaron, out on YouTube. Struggle as a teenager, young adult is the most important thing for development. Oh my God. Dude. Shout that from the mountaintops, brother. Shout that from the mountaintops, because that is fact. That is the truth. When you look at high achievers, the number one defining characteristic oftentimes is struggle, some sort of difficulty that they had. Luis Arriaga, got to stand on business all times. All right, if you know. Okay, what's up? Sadistic behavior. Hey, coach, hope you're doing good. What's up, brother? Listen, Luis says, dude, I appreciate the hell out of all you guys. The thing is you have to fight. One of the things that I've been trying to overcome personally, just to be open and vulnerable here, is my own belief lids. Logically, and my targets that I've set for myself are very, very high. This is why I think that this thing that is being sold so much in our culture about the myth, I call it the myth of happiness. Okay? You should really seek not happiness, but divine discontent. Does that make sense? Divine discontent. What I mean is allow yourself to be disgusted with where you are now because you haven't reached your full potential yet. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to push on here is, like, I set really high targets. I have set a target, for example, that Scientific Wrestling and all of the adjoining brands, Shoot Pro Wrestling, King of Catch Wrestling, Coaching Catch, War Catch Wrestling, all those brands, I have set a target. It's huge that I will have more impact with Scientific Wrestling than WWE and UFC combined. It's huge. It's a big target, man. That's billions and billions of dollars that I am nowhere near right now at 50 years old. It's taken me 20 years to build to where I am now. And I'm running out of time. I'm 50. Average life expectancy of an American male is 77. They got written down actually last year, 76 by the actuaries, probably due to all the clot shots or whatever. But that means if I'm 50 right now, I have 26 years to get it done. I've spent 2 times the amount of time that I have left to make Scientific Wrestling's impact bigger than UFC and WWE, bigger than TKO. Now, I am swinging for the fences on that, right? What's up, Luis? He says, you good, bro? Appreciate you, man. How's Team Arriaga going, by the way? I miss you, my friend. Anyway, try to get my screen fixed again. Just messed it up. So anyway, I'm swinging for the fences here, dude. Swinging. And as Aaron Walker says on YouTube, struggling. I'm disappointed every day. I was supposed to have a fight on a big show, a shoot pro match in New York, a market I've been freaking fighting to penetrate for a long time. And dude, the timing wasn't right. It's not going to happen right now. It will happen, but not right now. So I was bummed out. Luis says, be my coach. We'll get a UFC title. Well, first thing, you got to show up to camp, brother. Show up to camp, coach and catch. By the way, I made this announcement the other day. We're going to discontinue that program. We're working on a different approach. I'm always sharpening the saw, always going back to the lab, trying to get better and better and better every day. Every day. V Rena, train me, make me champion. Where are you at? First of all, we got to get together if that's going to happen. So I'm changing the format. This is going to be the last time we do these coaching certifications. The coaching certifications after this year will strictly go to our affiliates. So it's just a no-brainer. Our affiliate program is blowing up. It is very efficient. We are getting big wins with our affiliates. So if you want to start coaching and get the best cream of the crop, not only by the guys, the only guys that Billy Robinson trusted with his style, the only guys with a rule set developed by Carl Gotch, the only guys to work exclusively with Wade, the Pinisher, Chalice in grappling and MMA. The cream of the crop, dude. Right? What was that Randy Macho Man Savage promo? The cream of the crop. Luis, let's do it, man. Got to show up. Coachandcatch.com. Get in the room. All right? We'll do it. So here's the thing, man. Now we got Milich. We got King Mo. Okay? That is going to be strictly for affiliates from now on. That's just how it is. That's how it is. For 17 years, I've left it open. And I don't know what to tell you guys. If you don't get in now, so those of you guys who are enrolled in the program, this happened to me, by the way. Don't come crying to me or bitching. I don't care. I was enrolled in my master's degree in financial engineering. And I started getting jobs and didn't finish the master's degree. And I went, moved away, became like an associate statistician. And I got a letter. Hey, you need to come back because we're closing the program. Berkeley had opened a financial engineering program right across the bay and killed the program. They're like, we're teaching this out. So either you come and get your master's degree that you've already invested in, or that's it. And so guess what? I quit my associate statistician job, moved back to the Bay Area, and was a poor grad student for 2 more years until I graduated in 2002 with my Master's of Science in Financial Engineering. I made the sacrifice. I went backwards in income so I could go forwards in income. You guys want to get in the room. It's going to wind down. This is it. The last year, that's it. Coachingcatch.com. Now we're going to strictly allow our affiliates to be certified as coaches. That's it. That was a request by our affiliates, and I think it's a great idea. Adds super value to the affiliation. By the way, all of you guys that have come through our camps, are you reading the fine print? If you need to come to at least a camp a year to maintain your certification. There's a lot of you guys out there claiming you're certified and not certified because you're not doing the training. Skills are perishable, dude. You got to show up. In fact, after 12 hours of not training, skills decline. So, what's up, Jane Ortunuk? Happy to see you. MD Nordic Walking, Kawuchi. Happy to see all you guys. So I do want to talk about a couple things. One, who here watched the NCAAs? Anybody? Nobody watched the NCAA wrestling championships? Sadistic behavior. I wish I could afford this. Dude, I teach 2 things. I teach you how to make money, and I teach you how to win in grappling and MMA. with catch can in particular with wrestling. Luis put his hand up. You watch the NCAAs. Luis, if you don't mind, favorite matches? I mean, dude, obviously Penn State, legendary right now. Kale is number 2 after Dan Gable. I'm pretty sure he's going to eclipse Dan Gable here in the next 5 years. They were so dominant. I mean, who really is going to come and threaten Penn State in the next 5 years? They were so dominant. Just dominated. It wasn't that they won. They dominated the team. Interesting trivia. My wife went to high school. Kale was a couple years older than her. I think he might be a couple years younger than me. I think he's right in between age. Anyway, they went to the same high school out in Heber, Utah, which I always find hilarious. Anyway, those NCAA championships were fantastic. So many stars, man. Aaron Brooks, Carter, dude. But the Nittany Lions, dude, were insane. Jesse Mendez, woo-wee. Greg at heavyweight, right? How the hell do you say his name? Kirkfleet? I hope I'm not messing that up. I'm sure I am. But yeah, dude, it was sick, dude. Bo Bartlett. I mean, so many studs, so many really badass dudes. And again, remember, point them this way. When they're ready to transition, man, we'll take them. Yeah, that was great. And then also, another thing I found interesting was, dude, somebody over at TKO wanted to remove Rogan. Did you hear about this? Back in 2022. Do you guys know about that? That, over the dumb ivermectin shit where he was actually right, but everybody was doing this hysterical nonsense. Dude, Dana White threatened to walk if they fired Rogan. Man, you could say what you like about Dana White, but man, the guy's loyal. He's been loyal to, I'm not a Trump humper. I mean, I think he's better than Biden, but I don't buy into any of that bull crap. But man, Dana White was so loyal to Trump. It was amazing. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about these things that are requirements for success. Okay. This applies equally, whether you are a wrestler or you are a business person or a salesperson, because I'm talking about results. I'm talking about performance. And before you get your hands raised, I do so much coaching with different people, and I then use the metaphors from the other fields that I coach in to educate. So sometimes I'll talk to a business person about sports metaphors, or I will use business metaphors with an athlete so they understand what I'm talking about. But what is it that it takes to really win? I talked about this briefly. I mentioned childhood trauma. You don't have to be traumatized. But I think what happens to people that are traumatized, it tends to go one of two ways. The person uses the trauma as an excuse, then they end up as a loser, or they use the trauma kind of like the superhero tropes where it pushes them into greatness. Batman's parents are murdered, so he becomes a superhero, that kind of thing. Now, you don't have to have trauma, but what I think it does is trauma tends to inoculate people against the hard things in life. So if you had a hard childhood, life only gets easier because you're willing to go through the struggle and the pain. You know what it's like. You don't back off when things get hard. I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but it certainly resonates with me. So one of the things, Sadistic, what's up? I missed your comment, buddy. I'm going to become an affiliate. When does it end? I've seen that you've had financing available. Yeah. So right now we have 16 affiliates. One of them got a job with a fight promotion, had to close their gym down. So we're to 16. However, when we're at 16 now, when we hit 25, it's going to go up $5,000. It's right now it's $9,997 to affiliate. You get 2 coaches certifications you have to earn. You get the complete resale rights to the entire library. You get promoter rights to the King of Catch Wrestling rule set, the only rule set developed by Billy Robinson again, or by Carl Gotch, founder of MMA, founding father of MMA, like the George Washington of MMA. You get, again, those 2 certifications, the only curriculum endorsed and developed, co-developed by Billy Robinson. You get resale rights, you get promoter rights, you get business coaching, dude. I meet with my affiliates weekly. What other affiliation is doing that? I get on a Zoom call. One week, it's individual. I go with every person, 20 minutes. We talk about your targets, your goals, and accountability. And then the next week is a group call with everybody, to like a mastermind, where everybody pools their resources and ideas and brings the group up. It's been fantastic. Okay. And it's not just any business coach, 10X elite business coach. That means I'm in the top 5%. In fact, 2022, I was the number 2 coach for Grant Cardone's organization. Feel me? So to your answer, Sadistic, yes, we do have financing. The way that it works is at 10 grand, you put a quarter of it down. We ask for $2,497 or something down. And then you pay $225 a month until the balance is paid off. And then after that, you only pay $495 a year. That's like less than $40 a month for all the benefits, all the resale rights, to use the brand, all of these things that our current affiliates are taking advantage of. Plus, we help you with the marketing. For example, our Las Vegas affiliate, Pacholo Cruz, he's in Las Vegas. You can go to the locations tab, by the way, at scientificwrestling.com. There's locations. It shows you where all the affiliates are worldwide, all the way from Hawaii to Italy. So our Vegas affiliate, when he started, I was like, dude, start using the Instagram and working with us. He's tripled his following in just a couple months doing it. Tripled his reach. You understand? We have blown the doors off of the marketing. Our Instagram, I think our Facebook's at like 60,000, but that's mostly older people that don't engage. Our key demographic is Instagram. TikTokers are too young, although we're going to train them to get in and so we can grow. But Instagram is the sweet spot. We went from 27,000 a year ago to 160,000. That's over 100. That's 133,000 followers in 1 year. It's more than 10,000 followers a month. It's like crazy. That's how this is hockey sticking. So Sadistic, I'd love to have you on board. Let me know. Sadistic, character development. I'm Batman. So, the thing is this, we don't want to, resilience is the key. You don't want to ruminate on your past. I'm going to be real. Nobody really cares because a lot of people have a hard time, but you want to use it as fuel, not as an excuse. So when stuff gets tough, think back to the times that were really tough and how you made it through and how you pushed through, how you crushed it. That's the key. That's the key. Resilience, right? You also need to have a bit of a strategy. So why did I name my company number 1? Why did I name my company Scientific Wrestling? Those are baked in. The strategy is actually baked into the brand. So with Scientific Wrestling, I called it that because when I came into the scene, catch wrestling was basically being represented by jokers, people that weren't doing anything for competition, that weren't doing anything for the sport. They were using the name and the techniques and the history and the legacy and all the great stuff that is catch wrestling. They were using it to build up their own name and create a guru status and sell a bunch of bullshit. Bottom line. I came in and I like the idea of science, not this dumb thing that passes for science today, but old school science. Fuck around and find out. So strategy, gameness, and control were the original values that we had when we started. That's why I started the King of Catch Wrestling. It was the first catch wrestling competitions in well over 100 years, according to historians. First. That's why I created the mace bell, because I knew that grip strength from my own personal experience as a taller, lankier wrestler man, my grip strength was key. That and my conditioning. That was key for me to win. Science. So I thought, scientific wrestling was a euphemism that was used in the professional wrestling world to mean, oh, that guy is a scientific wrestling. That meant one of two things, which fits with my brand. It means, one, you're a catch as catch can, man. Billy Robinson, Carl Gotch, Dick Cardinal, Fujiwara, Gene LaBelle, that kind of stuff. Or you're a scholastic wrestler. Wade Chalice, Mark Schultz, these guys that I trained with. Now, why number one? Because it's always worked for me to go be with guys that were the best. When I got in the room, so this, I believe, is part of the reason why Penn State and Dale's team is so dominant. They are just surrounded by the best guys. So he's got an incredible team of top guys, and they're all pushing. And a lot of these guys, what I like too, I'm not a religious person. I'm not. I was raised Catholic, lived in Utah, the land of the Mormons. I'm not religious, okay? I'm spiritual, whatever that means. I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in things like magic and, like mystical things. There's things that I can't explain. And that's what I love, is they gave up their ego and were giving it to this larger thing. And a lot of them would call it God. I mean, just absolutely amazing. I don't know if you guys saw it. Just fantastic. But you've got to have resilience, right? You've got to have strategy. How are we going to win? One of the strategies, again, that I use is I get with the very best I can. So, for example, Grant Cardone, I wanted to figure out revenue. I already had a master's degree in financial engineering. I understand money. I understand investing. I've made money, a lot of money with investing. But I didn't understand sales and marketing. I'd done it for years, doing sales and marketing with Scientific Wrestling, with my other companies. But I wanted to get with number one. Grant is the world's number one sales and marketing trainer on the planet. It has been for a long time, okay? For at least 10 years. So, the other thing besides resilience and strategy and teamwork, as I mentioned, you do need strength. And it's slightly different than what I mean by resilience. Resilience means the ability to take a punch and keep moving forward, right? Like Rocky says, or to get taken down and get up more times than you get taken down. That kind of resilience, to keep going when the road is really, really rocky and tough. And sorry, I'm missing some comments, I guarantee you. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get caught up here. There we go. All caught up. Anyway, you need strength. And strength takes time to build. So you've got to train. You have to train. And you have to train specifically for what you're doing. Now I'm a 50-year-old man. I don't train for wrestling anymore. I did that all the way until I was about 38 when I got my carotid dissection. And I decided I needed to get back, and I needed to start studying business and training for business. So I do a lot of training. That's why, for example, the Instagram has blown up 130,000 followers in less than a year, or almost a year exactly. Like crazy. I just busted my ass, made it happen. That was with less than 1% of them coming from advertising. I barely spent anything on advertising, right? So listen, guys, the journey to victory is filled with struggle. And if you look at something like the NCAAs, how many guys did you see wrestle? How many guys podiumed? How many guys are in the division versus how many guys are got on the podium? We should celebrate the guys who won, of course. But we need to also recognize, man, dude, you got in that room. You are a stud. This is part of the reason why Wade Chalice, my mentor, my coach, like over 20 years now, developed this wrestling belt system so that the people who've contributed to the sport, what's this Tiddlywings Bilal says, if it wasn't for you, catch would have been forgotten. Hey, man, I hear that a lot, and I appreciate you. I don't know if it would be forgotten, but it certainly would maybe be tarnished and have a worse. I don't think an accurate representation of whatever it really is. I think I've done a very good job at advocating and fighting for what it really is by providing not only historical documents, but by going and being in the present and creating opportunities for people to compete and push and win and make a name and make money and make it relevant. So I appreciate that a lot. I do appreciate that. Um, but guys, this struggle to victory, dude. What about Vito, by the way, in the NCAA's, man? What a stud that guy is. Anyway, there is this idea. I can't remember which Stoic said it, that life is much closer to wrestling than it is dancing. And man, I love wrestling. I wasn't the best ever. I was good, but I just never was the best. I could never, for whatever hang up or whatever reasons, okay? There are no excuses. There were people better than me. But nonetheless, it's the greatest thing in the whole world, man. I've learned more about myself, more about how to navigate the world, met more great people through wrestling than any other way in my life. It's probably why, maybe wrestling is my church. Some people have church and that's where they meet people and good people and all that. And that's great. But didn't work out that way for me. It was wrestling. And wrestling really helped me with the normal struggles of life and to just roll with them and understand how hard things can be. So Aaron Walker opened up on YouTube today with the comment, struggle as a teenager or a young adult is the most important thing for development. Well, the thing is you don't have to struggle like I did. I mean, I was in wrestling in 1977, which is crazy. Like almost, was that 35 years ago? Is that or more? No, Jesus, that's like 45 years ago. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's so crazy. You can do hard things. If, I had cancer, botched surgeries, gangrene, poisoning, damage, carotid dissection, all these crazy things that have happened to me, major blood clot, DVT, all these things. I wouldn't give them up for the world. I don't want to do them again. So I'm obsessed with my health and trying to do those things, but they're important. And some people, I don't know, it's weird, but I almost think of it as advantage. I don't want to go through any of that awful stuff again, but man, it made me tough. It made me, it developed a lot of times people tell me that the word that resonates most with them when they think about me is the word grit. And because I fight and I don't stop and I don't give up ever, ever, to the chagrin of my wife and my kids sometimes. But, the fact is some people don't get those opportunities. I know it might sound effed up to think. Like, I don't wish cancer on anybody or multiple surgeries or chemotherapy or radiation or gangrene or alcoholic, abusive step parents or all that bullshit. I don't wish it on anybody. But dude, it's like a superpower for me. I could push and nothing stops me. So one of the things, if you come from a wonderful house with wonderful parents and you're middle class or upper middle class, don't feel bad. You should have zero guilt, man. You're blessed. Just be grateful for it. That, don't take it for granted. But you should never feel bad. You are blessed. And you need to probably put yourself into something unbelievably difficult, like wrestling. Maybe the other thing that's been the closest in my life to wrestling is entrepreneurship. You have to be, now again, it depends on how you look at it. You have to be either completely stupid or completely courageous. Usually the people who call you stupid are the ones that never did entrepreneurship or never succeeded at it. And courageous are the people who call you courageous, the ones that did succeed and believe you can do it because they did it themselves. But it's the same thing. Courage and stupidity is the same thing. Anxiety and excitement are the same thing. Just depends the way you look at it. Anxiety is just excitement with a shitty attitude, as I say. So these things, you have to reframe them. Don't use the awful things that happen to you as a crutch. Use them as a rocket strapped to your back to drive you, to push you, to validate your experience. So anyway, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Again, I am pushing so hard. I'm swinging for the fences with Shoot Pro. We've got, I was hoping that show would happen this weekend. It's probably going to be pushed off to the middle of, it'll be pushed off to the middle of April. So I will keep you guys posted on that. And what else? Coaching Catch, dude, if you guys are in Southern California, in 2 weeks, we have the Pinion Hills camp. It's a legendary camp. These are going to be winding down, man. You do not want to miss out. Luis Ojeda just hosted the most recent King of Catch Wrestling down in San Diego. He's going to be there. Luis Ojeda, by the way, is the winningest catch wrestler in modern competition. You don't want to miss a camp with him. In addition, Sam Crescent. You guys know Sam, best-selling BJJ Fanatics instructor, 4th degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, been with Scientific Wrestling for well over a decade. You don't want to miss this camp. Trust me. CoachingCatch.com. And again, you could go check out some of the Shoot Pro stuff, shootprowrestling.com. You missed your chance for a King of Catch, but we will be back. We have been there since 2007. We are the oldest, we are the first, and we will be the last, probably. So, yeah, guys, if you want to get involved, you want to jump on this winning ship, be a part of the 160,000 followers, taking advantage of, using the brand, and helping us on our mission to make wrestling. We know that Catch as Catch Can. Quantitatively, I can prove it, is the most impactful combat sport, if not sport of all sport. When you count the number of athletes, coaches, business people, fans that have benefited from Catch as Catch Can and its derivatives, which are obviously Catch as Catch Can, MMA, pro wrestling, amateur wrestling, Olympic wrestling, and just even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wouldn't exist without Catch. So massively impactful. And we're going to put it back at the top of the heap where it deserves. People have forgotten this fact. So when I say that I'm going to make Scientific Wrestling more impactful than WWE and UFC combined, bigger than TKO, than Endeavor, I need your help. I can't do it myself. I've had the help of some great people. Billy Robinson believed in this mission. Carl Gotch believed in this mission. Wade Chalice believes in this mission. Frank Shamrock. These are our legends. Pat Miletich. All of these number one guys. Hall of Famers, champs, Guinness record holders. Join us. I would love to have you. You get the coaching, business coaching. You get the grappling coaching. You get business opportunity. Scientificwrestler.com. Also, we're going to be out in Hawaii for those of you who are in Japan or Hawaii, or you just want to fly out and have a kick-ass working vacation. Again, go to coachingcatch.com. We're going to be up in Florida. We're going to be in Ontario, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We're going to be in, where else are we going? You'd have to go look, man. So many places. I just show up. Next week, well, so Friday, me and my wife are flying out to San Diego. We got front row center to see a band called Hippie Sabotage. I don't know if you heard them. They're great. I love them. We got front row tickets there in San Diego. Then we fly back for Easter. Then I fly out to 10X GrowthCon. How many of you guys going to GrowthCon? How many of you guys signed up to watch it? First time ever, watching it for free. Send me a DM. I'll send you the link to watch it for free. My wife and I, for the third time, going to Diamond Tickets. That's the top ticket that you can get. You can go check out what that looks like, what's involved with that. It's ridiculous, but awesome. And and then I'm done with that on the 6th. Fly directly to Philly to teach a camp for Drew Gulak at the Catch Point Pro Wrestling Gym during WrestleMania. Then I'd come back for like a week or something, head out to Hawaii and then Canada. And oh man, busy. Get involved, man. Get with the winners, get in the right room. All right. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And again, if I can help you, send me a DM. I'm here for you.